Do you think Ukraine is moving in the right direction in terms of reforms?
First of all, I think that Ukraine has done a lot in 2015. And if Ukraine only manages to maintain this without reversal, which I think is the case, that's a great achievement. Then I think that we are likely to see a movement on the main fronts, which is reform of the prosecution and the courts, civil service reform, land reform, and pension reform and privatization. These are the 5 areas where I think something has to be done, and I think that some things will be done. But we will see less reforms, but you can also say that these are harder reforms.
What are the main obstacles to reforms in Ukraine?
In the judicial system, you have lots of interests, both within the political system and within the judicial systems. Corrupt prosecutors and judges do not want to lose their jobs and income. When it comes to land reform, there is a fundamental misunderstanding in Ukraine, which is spread by the beneficiaries of the very cheap leases of the land today. Pensions reforms are always very difficult.
How can the West best help Ukraine?
I think that the big thing for Ukraine today, after elementary financial stabilization has been accomplished, it is that the West needs to put more money on the table. Ukraine so far has paid off from its public debt rather than receiving net additional revenues from the West. What I would argue is that the West as a whole should put up $5 billion in investment credits for each of the next 5 years. And then there is a much stronger incentive in Ukraine to push the reforms. And also there's a much greater hope of success. By success, I mean 6 to 8% growth a year rather than 2 to 3% growth a year.